Off the bar, I'm too persistent. With income and no cast. Get it on my own, no collab. But a bar with me, that's a body bag. Yo people, from what we're telling them, it's your boy man Lion Jazz back again with another reaction, blood. Right now we got Dappy Daily Duppy, blood. Now man came home, had nothing in the vault, and that's why I thought, yo, let me just react to these vids real quick. And release them straight away basically. So we're gonna do Dappy Daily Duppy and also Arms Callie Hunting, which actually sounded good, fam. Not even gonna lie to you. That guy is the artist, blood. He can draw, fam, differently, blood, and he can do the music thing as well, fam. I respect it, fam. But right now we got Dappy Daily Duppy. Let's see what he's got, blood. Let's see what he's got. Mr. Oh, yeah.
Remember the dubs when your girlfriend loved them. I really had a rap on night. I was in a T with phase and times.
Man said Mr. Nana, man literally said that in the intro of the song, fam. And Dubs and that, fam, the group that it was in.
Remember the dubs when your girlfriend loved them. I really had a rap on night. I was in a T with phase and times. We were really chopping up brown and white. Who would've knew from a 2 and the blue would've done out the whole 2.5 times. It's worked no fire in the booth. We made bars in the shed. We were licking out Charlie off the side. I made an anthem when platinum. How many more times do I really gotta show these views? How many songs do I save? Goals I shoot. I should have a golden boot. I like my gal, them thick and rude. Had a D so big, we only like 5 foot. Hey, how you mean on a blood clot? Gal, them sugar have a dizzy like I love. Thanks to recent events, with my young bros wearing masks on the face, doing up greasing the ends, putting peas in your head, man, I'm squeezing again. Dash a match deep in the 10 from me. There's
a vibe to it, though. There's a vibe to it, though. There's a vibe to it, though. There's a vibe to it, though. There's a vibe to it, though. Come on. Let's, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? There's a vibe to it though, blood.
Remember the dubs and your girlfriend loved them. I really had a rap on nana.
And he's repping the scene, he's repping the scene with his bars.
We were really chopping up brown and white. Who would've knew from a 2 and the blue would've done out the whole 2.5 times. It's worked no fire in the booth. We made bars in the shed. We were licking out Charlie off the side. I made an anthem when platinum. How many more times do I really gotta show these views? How many songs do I save? Goals I shoot. I should have a golden boot. I like my gal, them thick and rude. Had a D so big, we only like 5 foot. Hey, how you mean on a blood clot? Gal, them sugar have a dizzy like I love. Thanks to recent events, with my young bros wearing masks on the face, doing up greasing the ends, putting peas in your head, man, I'm squeezing again. Dash a match deep in the Thames. From way back, I made Maybach music since then. I knew I'd be rich forever. And the block still out here digging up dirt on man, but it's what.
No, he's going crazy, bro. So I can stay rich forever. Then he brought up Digga D. It's whatever. Nah, I can't lie to you, he's going crazy right now. He's going crazy right now.
I'll be rich forever. And the block still out here digging up dirt on man, but it's what. Still the same done, just without a woolly hat. Just a little more mooly in a Louis bag. From a penny up and batting up the playground. Then the same done, just without a woolly hat. Just a little.
Man said same done, just without the woolly hat, fam. Because you know the woolly hat Daps was, you know what I'm saying, he was going wild. If you don't know, I lived in Gambia from 2006 to 2014, fam. So Dappy on his come up and that. I just seen the reformed Dappy, fam. You know what I'm saying? The Dappy that kind of disappeared and that was going through hard times, and he came back with that freestyle, blood. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember when it was. That's the only Dappy I know. I don't know the young Dappy, bro, that was out here whiling, saying all this issue, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So I can't really like judge his character from back then. But all I know is that he was whiling. And now he's reformed and that, fam. You know what I'm saying? He's making music like this.
Little more mooly in a Louis bag. From a penny up and batting up the playground. Then.
Nah, he went brazy though, blood. That first verse though, bro. Fucking hell, blood.
Times there I started dash on the bully van. 06 started shutting down events. 07 started paying all my mum's rent. Them times you was still in a grow house, I was on the main stage really filling up tents. Every 25th for the 12 we was sitting near an empty tree like this ain't no banter. Real man up in the house when we never had shit. I come dishing out gifts like Santa. Nowadays holidays and lobster, but I still box ships chicken and Miranda. Fun trying to catch a bird.
I don't get the people that be choosing the orange Miranda, whatever you want to call it, over the strawberry thing. The orange thing ain't even nice. I mean, it has a little dirty aftertaste as well. From you man are wilding.
On my chest just for defending another man like TING. You winning, or is it a lie? Every other day I see you snapping in Dubai. Let's have a lit out there, you're telling fibs out there. More time you're selling coochie on.
Listen, people that have that favorites in the camera, fam, they ain't going there, man. That's old pictures, fam. They talk about 100, only use 50, then start to use the ones that they already used when they were there before. You think it's new. It's the lies, man. Lies, bro.
Every other day I see you snapping in Dubai.
Lies.
Let's have a lit out there, you're telling fibs out there. More time you're selling coochie on the slide. I made a milli way before I even learned to drive. I hit the milli club before I was even 25. Finna separate the little ones from the guys. When I still living off PRS from 09. My whole life I've been getting looked at like an alien, but I'm grateful, let's face it. I just switched this tube tech con, lit up the whole room. Come looking like a big blue spaceship on my jewel on.
Big one, stop lifting up your shirt, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a daily Duppy. There's going to be galley over here, but maybe not that many, fam. You know what I'm saying? No one cares, bro. You know what I'm saying? We're just here for the bars and dipping out, fam. You know what I'm saying? Leave that for the gal then when you're on stage and that. Duppy! Leave that for there, fam. You know what I'm saying? Right now, just relax, fam. You know what I'm saying? Get in your bag.
Might want Pop's name on my chain, he said cool, engrave it. We were living in a block, I had to break free, cause I didn't want a life that's basic. Are you a real one or an imposter? You just act like you need to win an Oscar. You on the roadside doing up Debo on the D-Lo, you're probably singing to the Oscar. Hella galley in the room, make the bum bounce. Secure the bag before you go and cop a bus down. Didn't pencil in, no meetings this week, you're too busy getting drawn out on Clubhouse. Yo, run me the next one.
Kind of mental with it. Thought so. I gotta mention as well, blood. I gotta big up Morrison as well, blood, because normally people come onto the Daily Duppy, they do the yellow thing, the turn up thing, then they do the black thing, turn down thing, fam. You know what I'm saying? Or they turn it, or they turn up, turn down, or turn down and then turn up. But Morrison, he turned down, then turn up. He switched up the formula, fam, that people normally use, fam. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta rate that, blood. But yeah, let's get into it, though. To the next thing, fam. You know what I'm saying? Dappy killed that first thing, though. I can't lie to you. He kind of slowed down a bit, but he killed that. He killed it.
Crush the pain away and dash it in the Rizla.
I just got AM vibes right there. Shout out AM, fam. You know what I'm saying? First artist to follow, man, on IG, and that fam talk to him in the DMs. He's basically one of the man them. I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna keep on saying it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even big like that. I'm not even none like that. And he was the first person to F with me because he realized that, you know what I'm saying, through the music and that, yeah. But that just reminded me of AM there, the way he came in. I'm not saying he's biting anyone's style. I'm just saying that just reminded me of AM, fam. That's all I'm saying, fam. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's biting anyone's style. It just reminded me of AM.
Crush the pain away and dash it in the Rizla. Sometimes you gotta say and thank the Lord you made it this far. If you got love for me, then you my brother, you my sister. You ain't gotta ask twice, loyal, you ain't got a price. If the cake was running out, I would share my last slice. Little bro be out telling me this trapping shit be like a disease. He hungry for the money, he ain't eating for weeks. His mama be on the grind, she be stressing for peace. And he's allergic to the swine, so he's dodging police. And lockdown 2020 had enough man living. Trapped in a box, no more visits. I was climbing, then I fell, but then I ended up winning. I had to take a couple L's before I learned my lesson. And yo, sinning come with trauma. Tried to keep it in, but I couldn't cause of karma. Word to my mama. Can't be judging, man, just off a persona. I got the devil and the angel and they beef on my shoulder. So when you see me in the DMs going ham, it's cause I'll turn up on a hater face to face and on the gram. They hate you when you popping, but they love you in a coffin. Let's give them the flowers now, not when man are in the ground.
I also gotta say as well, bro, there was a thing on socials then that where apparently a Dappy fan and that was gonna jump off London Bridge or something, fam, and their mum was there willingly. Imagine that, fam. A Dappy fan, fam. No one even knows that he's a Dappy fan, and Dappy just rolls by, fam. You know what I'm saying, blood? My man that was about to jump off, you know what I'm saying, commit basically, fam. So Dappy like, yo, you know what I'm saying? These man convinced the police, yo, let man go chat to him. They talked him off the bridge and that, fam. That was beautiful. I can't even lie to you, fam. You know what I'm saying? Clap it up for him, blood. You know what I'm saying? That was a beautiful moment. Can't even lie to you, fam. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know, yeah, blood. So all the people that I get when people be holding certain people to their past selves, blood, because of what they've done or whatever, fam, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to change and grow and just be the best that they can at the end of the day. So just let people do that, fam, you know what I'm saying? Everyone makes mistakes, everyone does dumb shit, fam, you know what I mean? When you come from certain situations and that, and all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, out of the blue, fam, you put in some work, next thing you know, you got millions in your bank account or whatever, you can act a certain way or whatever, or for whatever reasons, you know what I'm saying, blood? But seems like he's a changed man, I can't lie to you, fam. You know what I'm saying, blood? He seems like one of the calmest guys in the scene. You don't even really hear about him like that, fam. Like literally music and that situation with the London Bridge is pretty much the only times I hear Dappy, fam. You know what I mean? Oh, that one time where he spazzed out on that fan as well for saying that his music is a guilty pleasure for her as well. Yeah, that was that moment as well. But all in all though, you know what I'm saying, he's a 10-10 human being, fam. You know what I mean, bro?
Life works in mysterious ways. One day you're here, the next you're buried away. No one knows the fate. She will never be the same, though. You gotta let the pain go. Thank God we live to fight another day. Crush the pain away and dash it in the Rizla. Sometimes
You see, most generations will be chatting about lean and pills and that, but he just took it back to old school and just chatting about the weed and that. Leave the pills and thing alone, fam. Literally, I Show Speed, fam. I don't know if you might know him. He's a big YouTuber, fam. And he made a song the other day and he was chatting about popping pills, but I don't even think man's even 18 yet and that, blood, but it's just a norm, fam. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain bars that are a norm, but I'm like, fam, this guy's actually popping pills or whatever, says that in his bars, fam. Like, and all the reactors, they didn't say anything about it, but if man's really saying that, like, people closest to him need to check him out and that, fam, because getting onto things like that at that age and that, fam, that young blood, yeah, it's not the one, fam. You know what I'm saying? It's not the one. And low-key, certain man be begging emotions, bruv. Let's be honest. This depression thing, popping pills, all this pain, someone be begging it. Let's be honest, bro. You know what I mean? And you can't really approach certain man like that, fam, because you might get it misconstrued. Next thing you know, man's actually going through something. You say stay begging it. Next thing you know, they do something to this. You know what I mean? So you can't really approach every single person, but there are people that be begging it for the internet and that, fam. You know what I'm saying? Whether they know it, whether you know it, you know, whether the what, they're begging it, fam. You know what I'm saying? Not everyone's always telling the truth, blood. Chatting about popping pills and this and that and Molly and lean and that. What problems you got, fam? Idiot, you.
Will never be the same though, you gotta let the pain go. Thank God we live to fight another day. Crush the pain away and dash it in the wrist bar. Sometimes you gotta say and thank the Lord you made it this far. If you got love for me, then you my brother, you my sister. You ain't got us price, loyal, you ain't got a price. If the cake was running out, I would share my last life.
Yo, no cap, Peaky Blinders just might be one of the top series like ever made. I can't lie to you. Definitely rewatching the whole thing again, fam.
Yo, kids be out here on the streets and they busting their whistle. Whilst the kids be overseas, stay ducking from missiles. Man in a suit, be out here trying to cover their plans with blood on their hands.
Contradiction, bro. Yeah, man. People out here trying to blow the whistle. People in other lands but trying to dodge the missiles and that, fam. Catch
Yo,
22.
kids be out here on the streets and they busting their whistle. Whilst the kids be overseas, stay ducking from missiles. Man in a suit, be out here trying to cover their plans with blood on their hands when they're the ones funding the missiles. Look, how am I supposed to trust when the man that's in position keeps fucking up the system? Still we live to fight another day. Crush the pain away, dash it in the real law. Sometimes you gotta say and thank the Lord you made it this far. If you got love for me, then you my brother, you my sister. You ain't got us twice, but you ain't got a price. If the cake was running out, I would share my last life. Raptor. Running out, I would share my last life. Raptor.
What the hell does ratta mean, blood? I just ended it with ratta, like, bruh.
You ain't got a price. If the cake was running out, I would share my last life. Raptor.
Okay then. Mr. Nananai, fam, you know what I mean? I feel you though. Oh, that's the thing. I think Digger D actually mentioned Dappy in his Fire in the Booth as well. And Dappy just did the exact same. He returned the favour. With It's Whatever. You know what I mean? That's actually called. I can't lie to you, blood. Whether he did it for those reasons, this interview as well, Shebo. Low key, blood, I feel like Shebo's my favourite female artist, fam. You know what I'm saying? Worldwide. You know what I'm saying? Like, low key, blood. And this interview gives you a lot of insight on her and ting and that, fam. You know what I'm saying? But I rate her, blood. Yeah, 100%. Definitely rate her differently. But I'll catch you man in the next one, though. It's your boy, my Jazz, and I'm out here, fam. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Dappy as well. Me the G ting, blood. No cap. Bar after bar after bar after bar after bar, I'm too persistent. Whipping comment, no cast. Get it on my own, no collab. But if a bar with me, that's a body bag. Your mans want smoke, then he leaves with a toe tag. Whole squad hit with a double mag Glock. Got left in the street and the body's getting chucked. Bullets with names and your shit's getting popped. Better be with me and the bag's getting cocked. Still gotta chase the bag, humble. Ain't gotta brag in a league on my own and my stats getting flagged. Hit me for the feet, got verses in stats. Come through like the queen, gotta pay that tax. Premium sir.